third reading is taken from Prayer, the Breath of New Life by Pope Francis, the heart of the Sermon on the Mount, Part 2. It is as Jesus would say, "Go forth, you who bear in your heart the mystery of a God who has revealed his omnipotence in love and forgiveness." From this portal of entry, which overturns historical values, blooms the newness of the gospel. The law does not need to be abolished, but needs a new interpretation that leads it back to its original meaning. If a person has a good heart, predisposed to love, then he understands that every word of God must be incarnated up to its ultimate results. Love has no boundaries. One can love one's spouse, one's friend, and even one's enemy with a wholly new perspective. Jesus says, "But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust." Here is the great secret underlying the whole Sermon of the Mount. Be children of your Father who is in heaven. Apparently, these chapters of the Gospel of Matthew seem to be a moral discourse. They simply evoke an ethic so demanding as to appear unfeasible, and instead we discover they are above all a theological discourse. A Christian is not one who is committed to being better than others. He knows he is a sinner like everyone. A Christian is simply a person who pauses before the new burning bush at the revelation of a God who does not bear the enigma of an unspeakable name, but asks his children to invoke him with the name of Father, to allow themselves to be renewed by his power and to reflect a ray of his goodness for this world so thirsty for good, thus awaiting good news. Here ends our third reading.
Thanks.